Hello, beautiful people out there. My name is Danish Buns. Welcome back. We're going to play some more DayZ at night because I know you guys love to hear me pee my pants as much as I hate it. It's actually pretty uncomfortable, you know, sitting here, not moving, and having to try and contain the fear that I actually do have. So as you can see, we are back. We are right behind wow, I just spazzed out a little bit there. We are right behind the military base. So what we're going to try and do is sneak in there, grab some equipment, and get out of there. Of course, the issue with this being that there are an incredible amount of zombies. And I think I should probably check how many zombies do spawn in this area, because you do find a lot of zombies around here, as well as the other military installations. And of course these zombies are... That zombie just is doing some aerobics right there. What the hell? That was... okay. You're probably gonna have to full screen that just to see what happened, but that zombie climbed up the ladder and then glitched off of it? Don't know what he was doing there. Alright, but we are going to be heading in, and I'm going to be trying to not attract any attention. Though I think for me to do this effectively, I may have to head over in this direction. Though we have to remember that in this specific base, there are only really... There's actually 3 entrances that you can use. There's a little hole right there that you can see pretty visibly from here. There is a little gap on the far side over near that tent. And of course, there is the gated entrance, and of course the problem being with the gated entrance that you will actually alert the zombies when you open that. So what we're going to try and do is try and get in via... Whoops. We're going to try and get in via this little entryway right here. But I don't think we'll be able to actually go up that way. So now I have to find a more effective way of not dying. And we all know that I, Danish Buns, am the master at not dying. Alright. Let's sneak through here. Oh. Oh. That's interesting. I'm slightly visible. I think this is probably due to the fact that it's actually not fully night. I think it may be morning. So I actually am visible. Let's see. Turn off the flashlight. Yep. Remember, flashlight does not add to your visibility. Very important, very useful fact. There are a lot of zombies right glitching out underneath that area. So how about we don't agitate them and we sneak back a little bit. Gonna run blind for a little bit and hope that there are no zombies in front of me. Excellent. Okay. It's actually quite a few zombies. I feel like they may have increased the number of zombies that spawn here. I could be wrong in that statement. They do change the looting tables and the zombie spawn rates around quite frequently, actually. Of course, I feel like I'm promoting these guys, but DayZ DB, they have great maps, and they actually provide the equipment that you can actually find there and the percentage of which they appear. So that can be pretty useful. Maybe I should just go balls out and go through the gate. There are a freaking ton of zombies. My God, don't you guys ever go home? Don't your families wonder where you are? Jeez. Oh, whoops. Whoopsies. I keep trying to sprint by pressing caps. I think it's because I've been playing Fallout recently. Okay, let's sneak around here. Check the far tower. And make sure you guys you're aware of all your surroundings here, because they will spawn in the grass as well as inside the base. And the thing I like about the military base is that if you know there are no zombies outside of the military base, nearby at least, you can actually just find your exit and get out of there. And they usually have a lot of trouble following you. I've noticed that my visibility has dropped. Very interesting. maybe it wasn't the fact that it's nightfall. Maybe... Huh. That's interesting. I should probably look into that. Because normally at night you should be completely invisible, but I was at 1 bar of visibility back there, so that's sort of interesting. Okay, let's sneak over here. And try and climb up this area. Hopefully we can do it very quickly and without agitating anyone. Now, of course, getting into here is very high risk because you will be trapped climbing up these lookout towers. You can get trapped, and you can get body blocked in there, so you have to be very careful. So let's hop over this. And that didn't work. There we go. Make sure you always crouch down. We're going to continue onwards. And try and get up here and pray. Pray that there's a weapon. So as you can see, nighttime survival can be pretty difficult. Fortunately, I can't see anything, but there appears to be something here. So let's take a look at what's here. Alright, probably more efficient to just look through this. Alright, we got some ACP. That's not very useful without a weapon now, is it? Alright. Close. What else we got? Nothing else? Really? Well, that's a bummer. Come on. Now, lookout towers are very, very useful because they always have a lot of equipment, but you know, sometimes you just get unlucky. So let's go straight across in the direction I'm looking, all the way across the other side, and hope that there are no zombies over there. Okay, we have not agitated anything yet. So I think we're in the clear for now. Now, of course, I should probably, if I get chased here, I should probably test out my running strategy in terms of the fact that you can actually sprint through this area and probably distract and confuse and get away from these zombies, especially since they're actually contained by this fencing. Do we have any zombies? Oh, we have one hiding under there. This is really a bummer. I think that with the next update or next 2 updates, we may be getting some sort of initial handheld weapon, something that we can use just to at least deal some damage, at least be effective against maybe a single zombie at a time. Because as of right now, this game is quite difficult, but having maybe an ability for armed combat, maybe, so that well, not unarmed combat, so you can actually punch zombies or physically grapple and deal with zombies. And you may not be able to one-shot a zombie, and definitely wouldn't be able to take on multiple zombies, but I think being able to handle one single zombie would be quite useful, as long as, of course, like it's a last stand sort of thing, right? Okay, well, my options are limited to trying to pull him away from there. We could check the other tower. This tower is heavily guarded, and by heavily guarded I mean there are just zombies standing around awkwardly. Now there's a zombie glitched right underneath there, and I guess that can be very detrimental to your ability to climb up. Of course, you know, they'll probably just jump out and grab you and kill you, or they'll climb up and kill you. And that's my biggest fear in terms of... There's a zombie nearby. That's my biggest fear in terms of actually climbing up these lookout towers, because if you get trapped up there, you can't get around them. They will physically block you. And I have died many a time to that. So I don't know if I can actually make it up there. I may have to abandon this military base. Of course, remember that right here, this is the, I guess this would be actually the medical base, but it has military lookout towers. Right across here, over that way, we have the Balota airstrip. And down that way, we have Cherno. So we're very close to highly active regions in terms of bandits and survivalists people, as they will be forever known, survivalist people. And, you know, that can be a good thing and a bad thing. Oh, hello, sir. Out for an evening stroll, are you? I like the addition of blood to the hands. I don't think that was there in previous updates. I actually do enjoy that. So how about we sneak around this way? Remember, I am not very visible at night. This makes sneaking very easy and very, very good in terms of a strategy. You can actually make it through highly infested areas just by being able to sneak around. Let's see, let's test something. If I stand up straight, I don't become more visible. If I go prone, I should become invisible. There we go. Okay, very interesting. I should probably watch that to see why it changes. Alright, I haven't really been doing anything. I should probably achieve something. Let's head to the airfield. Whoa. The problems of third-person view. Okay, let's hop over this. Make sure there are none over to our side. And these bushes are excellent cover for zombies. So this is where you actually have to make sure you use your hearing ability, which you are born with, apparently. And I have to credit the people, Rocket, and the actual audio designers of this game, because for someone like me who uses surround sound, you can easily detect where the zombies are, what direction they're coming from, and how they, how far they actually are. Oh my goodness, no! No! Uh-oh. Oh, he's trying to run me over. Oh man, well, there you have it. Our first look at a vehicle. Well, I don't think he can see me. Oh, oh, hey! Where am I? Can you see me hiding? That appears to be a truck. As you can clearly see. Oh, this gets much more interesting now. So he must have seen my flashlight. And he appears to have turned off his lights as well. Very interesting. Now, I've seen cars drive around, but I have not seen trucks, and I have not seen them at night. So it's very, very cool to note that the vehicle's headlights are actually very blinding. Very blinding. I was sort of paralyzed there for a second. Felt like a deer in the headlights. So I think we can start crouch walking. And if I can, I'm going to steal this truck. So begins the epic journey. So now I just have to be aware that he may be a bitch. To put it most accurately, he may be a bitch. So we're gonna have to be careful. Of course, now he knows I'm there, and he is driving it around somewhat. I don't think I can actually turn on my flashlight right now. So we're going to try and sneak a little bit closer. Whew! Quite interesting, quite intense there. He almost had me. He was not waiting for a thing. He was trying to plow me through. Just farm my fields. Get it? Plowing, farming. Comedic. Okay, let's continue. Oh, so I think he drove away. It's very interesting. Now, of course, I've spoken about getting vehicles running. The problem with finding vehicles is that they spawn at very specific locations, so other players usually tend to get there before me, which makes me sad. But of course, there was that one time I stole a bike. That was pretty cool. Alright. So, what I think right now is he should be aware that I'm approaching the airfield, because that would be foolish for a player to not think that I would do that. So he may be waiting to catch a glimpse of me from the side. There are zombies here. And I have no weapons, which is incredibly unfortunate. I was really hoping that military base would be less full of just zombies. Let's crawl across here. Oh, interesting. So I'm actually not aware if trucks and other vehicles like that can be used as transport. I am almost certain they can be. So don't take my word for it, but they can be used to move a large group of players. Okay, there's a zombie there. The issue right now... Oh my goodness, there's a zombie right there. The issue with what I'm doing right now is that I have all my lights on at full when I play this game, because as I've said many times before, I scare really easily. And playing at night, please, you think I have the best of times, but this is just heart-wrenching, heart destroying for me. So I have all my lights on, but the problem with that is I actually can't see a single thing. My eyes are adapted to the bright light of my ceiling light and my night light, which is a beautiful blue star. And I will promote that night light. And for those of you who say, Danish, you sleep with a night light? My parents said it was manly when I was younger. All men sleep with night lights. So if you're not sleeping with one, you're just not cool. You're just not as cool as me. That's obviously what it is, right? It's not like I'm just a coward. Oh, schnitzel, there is a zombie right there. Now the issue becomes, do I have the gonads to crawl in here with no light? But I feel like flashing it on would be the death of me. This is going to be difficult. I'm also noticing that my temperature is pretty low. It's either pretty low or non-functional. I think it's pretty low. It's probably due to the fact that it's raining. Okay. I'm going to do it for a quick second. Okay, let's go. And now the trick becomes, I'm going to have to crawl. Let's do it slowly. I really do not want to agitate anything, especially at this range. And remember, we can sneak very effectively. Oh! Okay. I have no idea. Did I just press shift there? Oh! That is the sound of Danish Buns' fear. Right there, guys.